We just got a vehicle here doing 165.
This time on Heavy Rescue 401.
There's always a danger.
James and the OPP
Okay, everybody up the hill.
take on an explosive wreck.
I've only done it once.
The Coxon crew gets wrapped up
I'm ready when you guys are.
in a complex plan.
My God, what a mess.
And a violent crash
You're watching for everything.
leaves the Rosses hanging.
Hey, slow down.
The 401 is certainly a busier than usual drive. You'll need lots of extra time if you're planning on heading anywhere around the region.
In Toronto, the morning commute has barely started.
We have had some bad weather, but a lot of times collisions are happening when the road conditions are great and the environmental conditions are excellent.
OPP Sergeant Kerry Schmidt is on the way to a major scene.
I think he might be there a while. The truck lands on its side across the lane. Wow.
Northwest of the city, Highway 9 is stopped dead.
That looks bad.
We've got all lanes blocked right now. I will get updates as we're rolling up here.
An environmental crew is racing to contain thousands of liters of gasoline spewing from a downed fuel tanker.
Gonna be a long cleanup.
We have equipment on both sides of the road trying to capture the fuel, so lots of concern here. It was a huge scene. We had a full closure of Highway 9 in both directions. So that's all fuel coming out of here right now?
Kerry gets an update from local media relations officer Stephanie Hammond.
Any idea how much has been lost out of the trailer?
23,000 liters, 10,000 that hasn't been leaked out.
Okay.
Yeah. Traffic is backed up pretty good here. Trying to reroute everybody and get everybody in and around this area as best we can.
The driver was stopped at the top of a hill when, for some reason, he got out of the truck. The B-train tanker rolled backwards, jackknifing and flipping the rear trailer.
He either didn't set the brakes or didn't chock the wheels, and it started rolling back, and then boom, it went over. Oh yeah, there's that smell of fuel.
On North America's busiest highway, closure is not an option.
Just heading over now to Highway 9 and Airport Road.
North of the spill, James Ireland is on the way to assist A+ and Chambers Towing, already on scene.
We've received a call from one of the trucks that's there, asked us to come down and give them a hand with it with the rotator. These are very dangerous to work with.
A tanker like this one contains multiple compartments holding fuel. Any fire can lead to multiple explosions.
I've seen the aftermath of trailers that have exploded. It's not good.
With James still 30 miles away,
We're gonna start moving this. As soon as they just clean out their stuff, we're almost ready to go.
Constable Corey Costera is helping manage the scene.
We're going to remove the tractor and the trailer that are upright, get that safely away from the main location of the collision scene.
I'll tell you when to go. Here.
Corey specializes in commercial vehicle safety, and he's also a trained and certified heavy tow operator.
What he's really doing is kind of quarterbacking the whole scene so that everyone has an idea what everyone else is doing so we can all work collaboratively together.
Tow truck's already hooked up to the front of the tractor, and we're gonna try and drag this out of the way right now. Watch me. Once you get going, Dan will take over. Okay.
A+ Towing hauls away the upright trailer.
There's something in the air. Once that reaches 10%, we could have an explosive atmosphere.
But for the team from First Response Environmental, the focus is on the contents of the flip trailer.
So right now our PID is 30%. Definitely something's in the air. It's a concern.
As a liquid, it's not that dangerous. It's the vapors that are very dangerous. That's what's going to explode.
Which tank is ready to go?
putting the breathing apparatus on because there's a lot of vapors from tapping into that tank. And I don't want to be breathing in that bad air.
There is gasoline and diesel fuel inside this tractor-trailer combination, so it is a mixed load of fuel.
The gas and diesel are contained in separate compartments. The crew must pump them out one by one.
Yeah, that's the bulkhead.
We're going to actually have to drill into the tank itself to put hoses in to pump off the product that's in there. That could be very dangerous.
Who do you need here? Right now, when you're drilling, who do you want?
I don't need anybody here.
Okay, everybody up the hill. Up, upwind, that way.
Before these guys start drilling, we do need to get everybody out of the way and to a safe location.
Everybody up there.
The fire department is set up, ready to go in case there's any issue at all.
So when you start drilling, just slow, real slow.
The potential for a violent explosion is there.
Yeah, I don't want anybody walking up.
What's going on up here in front of us? Fire's got me one block.
120 miles west on the 401, just south of London.
What a mess that is.
Ross Services heavy operator Bear Renders
10-4 base. I heard about the wreck. Should be there in a few minutes.
is heading to join the crew at a scene where fire has already claimed a semi.
As I arrive on scene, the 401 has come to a standstill, a major highway in Ontario. Holy crap. She's bad. The truck is junk.
Yeah, grab the chain. We'll go to the far side.
Lead heavy operator Mike Ross is on scene assessing the destruction, along with Brad Prince.
Definitely a crazy scene. This tractor's burnt to a crisp. There's nothing left of it.
She burned up pretty good.
Less than an hour ago, the tractor burst into flames on the side of the highway. Firefighters extinguished the flames. Now it's up to Mike's crew to get the remains off the road.
First things first, we gotta pick the tractor up, load it on a trailer.
With a backup now stretching for miles, police open one lane, less room to work as Bear hooks to the tractor.
Being that this chassis got so hot, that frame could break.
You need to pull ahead 10 feet?
So we're gonna have to keep an eye on it as I start pulling.
Okay.
We're gonna hold on to the trailer so it doesn't slide. As I start pulling this truck out, you hear all the pings and bangs. The metal is stretching. It's this type of stuff that I love doing.
You get out of the way, Rick.
Unhook. Gonna load it up onto a float now.
Take these around the front?
Yeah.
Brad helps wrap chains around the cab, looking for any solid rigging point that might be left.
I just gotta hook up these spreader chains so we can pick it up.
It's tough rigging on something that's burnt this bad.
They won't know if the rigging will hold until they start the lift.
Good, Rick?
Yep.
We really gotta be careful when we lift tractors like this. They're ready to fall apart at any minute.
Okay, everybody up the hill. Up, up.
On Highway 9 near Caledon,
Everybody up there.
the first response hazmat team is ready to drill into the overturned tanker just as James rolls up to the scene.
So, you pull up on a scene like this and you see a couple of guys up on top of a fuel tanker, it's, basically a bomb. And there they are up there with a couple of drills drilling holes in it. If something goes wrong here and there's a static electricity spark and it lights this vapor up, it's gonna send this whole scene sky high.
The environmental crew uses specialized drill bits and lubrication, trying to avoid even a single spark.
You can smell fuel. There's absolutely no doubt there's a real big presence of diesel and gas here.
They've accessed the first compartment, but there's one more to go. This one is putting up a fight.
Put some pressure on it.
With gasoline fumes heavy in the air, they need to apply more pressure.
Not even halfway.
You don't mess around any longer than you have to. You really got to work quick and get yourself out of there.
Need something more powerful than this.
Finally, the drill breaks through.
First hole into the gasoline chamber was easy. The second one was a bugger. Now we're in the process of pumping off. Very happy.
Well, we're just gonna go up and do a little bit of inspecting here now. I haven't got to see the trailer yet, so we're gonna see what it looks like.
James will be working alongside 2 tow companies already on scene.
So it just damaged the rear axle on the lead trailer?
Yeah. Rear axle, tires off, and changer up.
Good. Yeah, what we're gonna do, we plan of attack. Eddie's gonna come down with his truck here.
Chambers?
Yeah.
Yes.
He's gonna grab the front and hold it
Yes.
with the strap. I'm gonna just pull on the wheels, set
Yes.
it down nice and slow. I'm gonna hold it up. He's gonna hook to it because there's no dolly legs, right?
Yes.
And van moves.
Okay.
It's almost done. Almost all of it's out, so we're doing great. Doing a great job. We're gonna have all that out of there soon.
They pump the fuel into another company's tanker. But it's not the liquid that's putting James on edge.
The lower the fuel goes, the higher the volume of vapor inside it. That's what's going to explode and cause real problems.
Okay, if you want to bring your truck down closer, they're ready now.
Okay.
I'll get mine back up in here.
James and one of their other operators position their rotators on both sides of the tanker.
We're just gonna rig up a couple lines here, one to do the roll and one to catch it. We don't want it slamming to the ground.
So the catch line will ease down the tanker to help prevent sparks.
The one tricky part, if you pull too hard down with your catch line, it could lift the trailer off the ground, and we want to keep it grounded for the static electricity.
There's always a danger when you're playing with something like this, you know, like static electricity and everything else, you know? So we're just gotta make sure that we're not hooking to any dangerous points where we can cause a spark. On a fuel tanker, you use straps as much as you can. You know, the chains cause sparks, straps won't. Here we go. There. Perfect, Ed. Once it comes down, it'll sit right in there.
Now, it all comes down to the execution.
It's very important in this case that we all work in sync. One person makes a mistake, and it can hurt a lot of people.
You want to stand on this side?
I'll go
over
on
here.
the far side if it
You're
could.
gonna go on the far
Yeah,
side?
I can see better on that side.
Yeah.
This job potentially is a recipe for disaster.
All right, make her happen.
Go ahead.
All right, make her happen.
On Highway 9, northwest of Toronto,
Go ahead.
James and crew need to upright the fuel tanker without igniting fumes.
Nice and easy.
We want to roll it over and hold on to it in one motion, as well as keep it on the ground so the tires stay grounded.
Grounding is important so we don't have a spark.
Nice and easy.
Ed! Rod!
Hang on.
We're gonna get product here, we're gonna get product here.
Okay.
There's still some residual gas inside the tubes, so we got people scrambling, running around, trying to find more sand.
There's really not much we can do with it. We're just gonna have to let it leak.
Okay.
Now, it's back to the delicate maneuver.
Go ahead. There it comes. Up.
Up, Ed! Up!
That's good. You're good.
Hold it, Jerry, hold it. Up a bit.
That's good, Dan. Way in.
It's on the ground. You know, it's a big relief. The whole thing is grounded now.
I'm gonna rig and lift the front of the trailer up so the other wrecker can come in and get hooked to the kingpin on it. Hold up. There we go. That's good, boys, that's good. Look at that.
Oh boy, you're good, Jerry. You're good.
Dead on.
Hey, James, we're gonna pull ahead.
It's taken all day. An operation that James estimates could add up to several $1 million. But Highway 9 is open again.
We're extremely happy. Nobody got hurt. No mushroom cloud. You know, the sun's gonna come up tomorrow, so it was excellent, yeah.
Now we get to go home and do some laundry. You know, everybody smells like gas and diesel, so everybody's safe. Everybody gets to go home to their families.
Nice easy lift onto the float.
Back south of London on the 401.
Good, Rick?
Yeah.
The Ross crew is ready to lift the tractor, if it can stay in one piece.
When they're burnt this bad, they can fall apart at any minute.
Go ahead. I can leave if you need me. Well, we're starting to lift up the truck to put on the trailer. Okay, I gotta leave, buddy. We're gonna take off for a broken-down Greyhound bus. OPP are with it. It's in the middle of a road.
Just as they get started, the Bear gets called away. But the delicate job must go on.
Have to grab those chains over there, Brad. I'll just pull her head, Brad.
So the tractor's clear. With the trailer not catching fire, we can just hook a tractor on the trailer and tow it home.
We just got to clean up the rest of the debris that's on the ground and try and contain the rest of the spill if we can. Oh, just another day in paradise.
But just when it looks like their day is over,
I don't know what happened to all the traffic.
something has stopped all the eastbound traffic on the 401.
Hello? Yeah. Okay, fellas, there's another one down there ripped in half we just got.
We got another wreck.
Sounds like it's a huge wreck.
And within minutes, Brad sees just how huge.
Holy, this one's bad.
Oh, the cab is completely separated from the trailer. My God, what a mess.
On the 401 southwest of London,
Oh, that's a wreck.
a violent wreck has torn the truck to pieces, leaving a tough cleanup for the Ross crew.
Wow.
I'll start picking this one up, okay?
Looks like he rear-ended somebody, but the cab is no longer attached to the truck. It's bad.
Well, looks like about 500 feet or so, eh?
When traffic stalled, the eastbound driver couldn't stop in time. He swerved, clipping another truck and ripping his own tractor apart.
I still can't believe the driver walked away. So you got personal effects everywhere. You even got a microwave and a fridge laying in the median. Mike's gonna pick this cab up. He's gonna put it in the bin.
Just trying to find something solid.
And backup is arriving. Mike's father, David, ready to put decades of experience to work.
To tear a cab off a truck, tumble it down the road, that's a pretty big force.
We're just gonna trim some of the loose pieces off this thing so we can lift it.
Traffic's a little heavy. It's in the median, so you have a passing lane situation you get to work in.
You got live traffic on both sides of you. You're constantly listening for squealing tires.
Clear.
That's about as good as you're gonna get.
The driver hauls away the remains of the cab, and the crew turns to the loaded trailer.
Let's see what we got here. Enough hydrated rubber. Must be for injection machines or something. We're looking at plastic pellets in bags that are just like little marbles, so you don't want to break the bags open. The problem I see at the back is they're all knocked off the skid. The impact shoved it ahead probably about 8 feet. It's going to require 100% removal of the load. Just shine him in the trailer.
Unloading the cargo will force the crew to spend more time working next to the live lane.
We need to work on a game plan here.
And with every minute that passes, that gets more dangerous.
We know we're going to run out of daylight. This is a primary concern of ours. Problem is, it's quite a walk up there with all them bags, eh? Working wrecks in the darkness is very dangerous.
Looks like an accident on the ramp.
Just west of Toronto,
There's a truck flipped over up ahead.
the evening traffic is starting to build, and Steve Pillai is answering an urgent call.
409 and 427 by airport. There's a rollover truck. A lot of battery inside, so I'm rushing to get there.
A rollover on a ramp leading right to the nation's busiest airport.
The ramp is closed completely. This traffic is not going through at all, so it's going to be a lot of pressure to get the highway reopened. I can guarantee that for you.
Steve's crew is already assessing the scene when he arrives.
On the dump truck, come up here. We're going to take out the batteries. I want a 1x1 battery, guys. Bring it in.
The truck is carrying aviation battery, so we have to pick it up one by one.
What's the plan for?
They're going to load it up.
Okay, how long are you?
1 hour.
1 hour?
1 hour.
My word to the officers is very important. I just wanted to tell them, this is what I'm going to get it done, and it's going to be done on time.
Pick it up, go.
Last one, last one.
The batteries are out and covered with absorbent to soak up any acid.
Okay, that's it.
Get it strapped. Strap it down this way.
Now it's time for Steve's rotator to go to work. It's already been a powerful addition to the fleet, but this will be its first rollover.
Is it a catching line?
A big moment for the crew, especially Sonny,
Beautiful, eh? I like it.
who's dreamed of running a rotator since Steve first gave him a shot at heavy recovery.
This is the first rollover for our new rotator, and then that's a perfect place.
You have working with a tight spot. And thank God we got this brand new rotator. We can make it a lot easier to do the job.
Watch it, guys.
But today, on this narrow ramp, the maneuver will be tricky.
You good there, girlfriends?
Yeah, we're good. Go now.
Even Steve will pass on the controls. To the veteran Deether Dinsing.
I'm not used to the truck yet. That's why we got Deether there. Deether know about these things. He's been doing this job for a long time. Then we're just learning from him.
Go, go.
While operator Prince's Wrecker will handle the tractor.
Pull it more. Perfect.
They run straps to attach 2 lines from the rotator. One to roll the trailer upright, and one to catch and set it down.
Hey, guys, you guys want to come up this way, guys?
The ramp is so tight, there's almost no room to spare. If they're off, they could roll the truck right into the rotator.
There's not much room to play with it. There's not much room at all. One wrong move, you're going to be buying a brand new truck again. And I'm not going through it.
It's all yours. Keep going. Keep going, keep going. Keep going, so you're good.
did a good job, buddy. You did a good job, buddy. The drop is so smooth, nothing break, nothing damage. So we're gonna hook it up and get out of here.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thanks for expediting.
Okay,
It looks
no
clean.
problem.
Awesome.
Thank you. I got my crew standby 24 hours a day. Be the best. Good job. We got it done on time. That's the main thing. Pretty happy with it. Okay, guys, let's go rolling.
A win for the team. But with winter winding down, Sonny is no closer to his dream.
I hope I will get one day to get the chance to run the rotator. I hope, because I want to hit the top.
John, can you put a strap on that back box so the lids don't blow off?
110 miles southwest.
You can pull her back over if you can.
The Ross crew has found a shortcut for their offload.
You stuck on something?
First time I've seen someone actually operating the rotator from inside a rack. It's all yours. There you go.
As the last of the load comes out,
Hi. Huh? You the driver? Yeah. I got your phone, I think.
a visitor arrives on the scene. The driver, back from the hospital and looking for his belongings.
Listen, where is it?
Mike gets hugged by the driver. It's definitely a first for that.
Never got a hug before.
It was unbelievable. Cannot believe the driver's in one piece, let alone walking around.
All I remember is the passenger side caved in, and pretty much just I was safe. I don't know, I guess somebody was watching over me.
But what's left of his tractor is still in the median, and the crew needs to get it out.
So right now our other float's just about to get here, and then we're gonna use the rotator to pick the remainders of the truck up.
Now winch it out so the tractor's clear of the trailer.
Let's go.
Perfect!
They wrap chains around the chassis so they can lift it onto the flatbed. But that lift will demand extreme precision.
Can you pull on the one side, Brad?
The rotator's pretty much at its limit for its reach. We want to make sure that our rigging is spot on.
Just check your forward hooks.
Yeah.
We double checked everything on it because we're going to be moving it within 2 feet of a live lane.
Probably gonna have to go over the top of that trailer.
We got to go up and over top of the trailer towards oncoming traffic where our float is waiting.
Got a tractor swimming around overhead like that, you're watching for everything.
Hey, slow down! They're not slowing down, they're getting faster.
Southwest of London, traffic is moving on the 401.
Hey, slow down!
Just a few feet away from the spot where Mike Ross needs to set down the swinging chassis.
Hold on to it, Brad.
How much room you got on that side, Billy?
We're inside the rail. We're on the wood. We're good. Now that we got it on the float, we just got to chain it down so it doesn't roll off so we can get it back to our yard.
Now they turn to the demolished trailer.
The trailer's going to be the most difficult part of the job. Hopefully it holds together while we pick it.
And to even attempt to cart it away,
Where do you want them, Mike?
they bring in some very specialized equipment.
We'll stretch him out first.
This is our trombone. We can stretch it out, get 50 feet in the belly. Make it easier to put a van trailer on to come home.
close to the deck, so this way we can drop the landing gear of a van trailer down through it.
The first step, rig 2 lines to the bottom of the trailer.
There's a reason they like me on these big jobs.
In this particular case, we hooked to the wheels, and we hooked to the landing gear halfway up the trailer.
Tighten it up. Check all 4 corners. Okay, check the other side, Brad.
Get her back on top of this trombone float, and we'll get her chain down and hopefully get out of here.
Okay.
They need the trailer to hold together and to keep from moving anywhere near the live lane.
We're roughly 2 feet from on traffic. With this lift, you hold your breath.
And Mike has to be exact to ease the trailer legs into the openings.
Push it in the hole. It's sitting there where it wants to be.
Okay, let's strap up.
That's how it's supposed to happen.
I'm definitely impressed by Mike. That's what I want to do. I want to be able to do that.
Well, now we're at the point where we can chain this trailer down, pack up, and get this highway open.
This is a big job, big win. We're ready to go home.
Later that night,
Fire on scene now. The driver seems okay. He's getting checked out.
100 miles down the 401,
It's the middle of the night now. It's just about 1 o'clock in the morning.
Coxon Towing's Eric Goddard answers a call in the town of Lakeshore.
We're heading out to 401 here, not far from the shop, for a rolled over tractor trailer. I'm told it's laying on its side. The police are asking us to hurry it up. The highway's completely closed here. The problem with this one here, we have the entire 401 closed down. The pressure's always there to get the highway open and get the traffic flowing.
Eric pulls up on the westbound side of the highway, where Brad and crew are already on scene.
Did you talk to the cops and tell them how long we're going to be or anything? Or?
I didn't tell them a time. I literally told them we'd probably be here all night.
The Windsor-Toronto corridor is one of the busiest corridors for free trade between the United States and Canada. There's millions of dollars at stake by the minute when it's closed.
The pressure is on, but they have to offload, and the cargo won't make it easy.
It's a load of automotive batteries. I believe it's all car batteries.
A lot of batteries.
The only way to get them out is one by one.
I think they said 37,000 pounds of them.
The batteries are small, but they still weigh a lot because they're lead cell battery. Probably weighs 40 or 50 pounds apiece.
And working with batteries, the crew has to be cautious about leaks or fumes in the air.
The fire department is always close by when you're dealing with this kind of a mess.
Well, it's 3:30 right now in the morning. We got to have this open by 6 o'clock. The morning rush is coming.
Somebody throwing a lid on this?
But as they work back into the trailer,
Just starting to get a little bit of a smell of it. Even with the big doors open in the back, you're starting to pick up the smell from the batteries. Ready? Every time you breathe, you're starting to, almost like you can taste it in the air.
Not seeing anything on the floor, eh?
they hit a wall of fumes.
Worst case scenario, someone's going to be overcome with the fumes. Then you can be in some real trouble. Just starting to get a little bit of a smell of it.
On the 401 east of Windsor, right in the middle of an urgent offload, the Coxon crew is smelling trouble.
You're starting to pick up the smell from the batteries. The fumes are definitely becoming a problem.
Eric, I'm wondering whether we should cut a hole.
Get some vent?
Yep, let some air through here.
Okay.
There's
no
no
the fire
vent.
department do it?
Yep, there's no vent. I looked.
Okay, I'll call the fire department again to do it.
Before we have people get sick on fumes, I'm gonna have them cut a hole, let some air in here, and see if it's still safe to work.
So if we just stay between those ribs? Instead of putting our people in jeopardy, it's relatively simple for us to have a fire department cut a hole and vent it with a fan. It's one thing about the fire department. They absolutely love cutting. Typically, that'd be really nice in the wintertime. You don't want any air in there. You want to keep it warm. But in a case like this, being batteries, we're going to get the fumes out as quick as we can put them in there, right? Thank you, sir. It makes all the difference in the world.
But the recovery itself is still ahead. In Toronto, the highways are moving.
Slow down. That's the least you can do.
And some drivers are moving a little too fast. So after starting his day with a tanker spill, Kerry Schmidt is back on the road.
Right now, we're on the side of the 400 doing aggressive driving, speeding enforcement, and it's a team effort with multiple units.
And it doesn't take long.
So we just got a vehicle here doing 165 Highway 400. The officer has just gone down to do a traffic stop. We're going to go down there and give him some protection as well. $165 is going to result in an automatic 7-day license suspension, 7-day vehicle impoundment. He's going to be going home in a tow truck tonight. We're actually on the side of the road helping the driver to get out. The tow operator has got his reflective gear on. We need to be vigilant and make sure traffic is aware of our presence. Just watch your back when you're on the highway, just like that guy right there. Again, cars going by, you gotta watch your back. Like right here, drivers are not moving over. We also want to remind drivers about the slow down, move over legislation. When you see a stopped emergency vehicle, police car, fire truck, ambulance, or a tow truck with their amber lights flashing, you are required by law to slow down as you approach and move over. Drivers have to understand that this is our workplace. This is where we spend our day. And if someone gets out of the vehicle and gets hit by a car, it's going to result in fatal injuries.
I think that's it.
Back in Windsor.
It's kind of nice to see the last battery come out of there, and we know we're done with that part of it.
The offload is finally over. Now it's time to get the wreck off the road.
That was the hard part. Now the fun part of rolling the truck and trailer over.
All you, sir.
Brad and Eric secure the doors
Such violence.
to add structural support for the flip. Working on this narrow stretch, they want complete control over the roll.
Okay?
So they're bringing in an extra truck.
To stop it from coming slamming down, we're gonna have a control vehicle for pickup, and we're gonna rig it to the center of the trailer. So as it comes down, the guy in the pickup will just be feathering that brake, and it'll literally just drag along the pickup truck.
Control vehicle is what we call it, and that way the van doesn't slam down on its wheels and rock back and forth. It just comes down like a feather.
Okay, drop that down for a minute.
But with a tight workspace, getting it down will take some very complicated rigging,
Now start walking it that way.
known as the Christmas wrap.
Christmas wrap is done when you want to stand a tractor and trailer up and basically have it land between two tow trucks. You literally wrap it like a Christmas present, and that's where the name comes from.
The two rotators, one on either end, wrap straps all around the trailer. The straps cross around and under the trailer to the opposite ends. The pickup acts as counterweight to control the landing.
Don't pull it anymore, we'll lose the angle iron.
When the truck's rated, we're usually 6 inches away from each rotator, so everything's got to be set up just perfect and timed right.
And the pickup adds one more piece to the complex puzzle.
Okay, hard to the right. Guys, we're putting a pickup truck in the ditch, so you gotta watch yourself.
Come on back. You almost gotta be where Adam's at.
The whole idea is it's not to be out of sync.
There can't be a mistake. I don't want it on top of my wrecker.
I'm ready if you guys are.
All right, come on, Jeff. You come with me, Greg.
There's a lot that could go wrong here. The Christmas wrap rigging is very complicated, and George and I have to be in sync.
The truth be told, we've actually, and I've practiced it in the yard, I've only done it once actually on the highway, but really risky. I mean, it comes down within an inch from your truck, if that. I'm ready when you guys are. You need to be very careful. I'm just gonna step over here and then give it a thumbs up and we can go. Okay.
On the westbound 401 in Lakeshore.
This landing is going to be very close when we stand it up. It's going to be closer than some people are comfortable with.
Coxon's entire job hinges on a precision maneuver that will roll the truck within inches of the two rotators.
If George and I aren't in sync, then the whole thing could just collapse and we'll be starting from scratch.
I'm ready when you guys are. You need to be very careful. See how that truck is leading? Really important the truck continually leads. Because that way, if it doesn't, it's gonna flop on us. That little pickup holding that whole trailer from coming over. You see how that truck still wanting to come down all by itself? Woo! A little bit of weight from the pickup truck, she'll come over nice and easy.
The Christmas wrap rolled out perfectly.
A lot of times that pickup will come a whole lot faster. It actually came pretty slow, so.
I was extremely pleased with the way it was controlled the whole way over. Near perfect.
Just the way we like them, like a feather.
It's always a great feeling when the wheels hit the ground and you know you only got another 20 minutes on the highway to get it clear. It's stress off the shoulders of everybody.
As you can see, we didn't smash the back of the truck. It's pretty close. Closest I've ever come, so that's pretty good. I think if it would have hit the truck, you would have seen Brad cry, but I'd say that's pretty close.
Well, it looks like we're gonna beat the rush hour traffic. That's the important thing.
All that's left is the ride home.
We're not gonna unhook the tractor and the trailer combination. We're just gonna tow it back and we'll just deal with it at the yard.
I'm gonna hook it the hell up and take it the hell home. We good? Yeah. Okay, she's beautiful.
I think all in all, we did very well. We were very happy.
It's a new day.
200 miles northeast, in Mississauga, the sunrise is still half an hour away.
I am feeling not sure, like, I am feeling uncomfortable right now.
And Sonny Subra is heading to work and to a new role in heavy rescue.
I couldn't even sleep last night now. This is a big breakup for me, like. Okay, let me go see. This is it.
Today, he's getting behind the wheel of a rotator.
I'm not gonna give up my dream. If this is the top level, I have to reach it.
Hey, Sonny. Welcome to King Towing.
Hi.
But his big chance isn't at Steve's.
King Towing called me, asking me, you wanna come and join us?
Okay, Sonny.
Thank you, man.
They wanna give me a rotator.
It was an opportunity he couldn't turn down.
It's a nice truck. It's a nice to drive.
Even if it's for Steve's competition.
It is a tough decision to leave Steve. It is. Because I've been working for a long time and then I never left. There's opportunity, I had to go check it out. If I don't see other side, I don't know what is other side. So I have to go see.
I'm in a different team right now.
I gotta get the highway open.
Next time on the season finale of Heavy Rescue 401.
Turn, Dave, turn, buddy.
Kevin
That'll be coming up, no?
fights a 60-ton battle.
That is upside down, sir.
father and son
This is my first time doing something like this.
leap into the fray.
Hold on, Carl. Whoa! I'm kind of nervous.
And a new boss
Sonny, give it a snug.
needs Sonny to pull his weight.
Go! Go!